3, 2, 1, and liftoff of Discovery, hoisting harmony to the heavens.
Hello everyone, today we are taking a look at Axiom Space's plans for the first private ISS mission. Space is a very dangerous and complicated environment. For many years now, the International Space Station has been orbiting Earth and providing scientists access to a very unique laboratory. Here one-of-a-kind research, manufacturing, and much more is available. Axiom Space has ambitious plans for the future of space access, and it will start with the first private missions to the ISS. Very soon from now, Axiom, along with SpaceX, is set to launch 4 private astronauts to the International Space Station on a Dragon spacecraft. Once on the station, the crew plans to stay busy and perform a large host of valuable research. This includes topics such as science, education, and outreach, for a total of approximately 25 experiments while on board the ISS. All of which meant to help, not only the space industry, but primarily everyday humans on Earth. When in space orbiting the Earth, the unique environment means you can perform many different types of tests that can only be done thanks to weightlessness. These same topics could be extremely valuable, such as 3D bioprinting, alloys and superalloys, and even protein crystallization. Axiom has big plans for the future, and this upcoming mission is a good first step to commercial space stations. On the first fully private mission to ever visit the ISS, the multinational crew of 4 private astronauts with Axiom's Michael Lopez Alegria as commander will pioneer a new phase of microgravity utilization amongst non-government entities, meant to lay the groundwork for a full realization of low Earth orbit's possibilities and bringing critical findings back down to Earth. Humanity has only scratched the surface of low Earth orbit's potential for breakthrough innovation, and Axiom was founded to push that envelope, first with private astronaut missions to ISS, followed by the launch and operation of the world's first commercial space station, and eventually the creation of a rotating city in space, and scaled human presence in orbit, said Michael Suffredini, President and CEO of Axiom Space. We applaud the AX-1 crew's commitment to advancing scientific inquiry and kicking off this civilizational leap. We're confident this mission will become, not just a monumental moment in space travel, but the true beginning of making space's potential for meaningful discovery available to private citizens and organizations for the first time. Each of the crew members has specific research goals for the upcoming mission. This ensures a lot of work is done along with different important topics being studied. In addition, each of the crew members' research goals goes along with, or collaborates with different establishments on Earth. Starting with Larry Connor, X-1 mission pilot, entrepreneur, and non-profit activist investor, in collaboration with Mayo Clinic and Cleveland Clinic. Connor's research projects are the result of long-time partnerships with Mayo Clinic and Cleveland Clinic. The Ohio native has helped fund groundbreaking research at both institutions for much of the last decade. Connor's experiments on behalf of Mayo Clinic would provide data on space travel's impact on senescent cells and heart health. Connor is expected to be in charge of maintaining senescent cells, cells that have stopped dividing, at the ISS. These cells are linked to multiple age-related diseases. To put in perspective, 95% of what we're trying to do is to benefit people on Earth, said James Kirkland, director of the Robert and Arlene Kogod Center on Aging at Mayo Clinic. I work in geriatrics. I never thought I'd be working with people headed to space, yet here we are. Connor's ground research with Cleveland Clinic consists of pre- and post-mission high-resolution MRIs to study the effects of the spaceflight environment on spinal and brain tissue. This is a ground-level attempt to learn what kinds of effects space travel will have on civilians across a spectrum of ages, said Thomas E. Mraz, MD, the director of the Center for Spine Health and director of spine research at Cleveland Clinic. There's so much to learn. How long can people stay in space? Or what do they need based on their health, etc.? Thanks to the upcoming AX-1 mission and the crew on board, they will have access to the invaluable space environment, where tests can produce unique and important results. The next crew member is Mark Pathy, AX-1 mission specialist, on behalf of the Montreal Children's Hospital, Canadian Research Universities, and the Royal Canadian Geographical Society. Under the theme Caring for People and the Planet, Mark Pathy is expected to take part in scientific research projects, in partnership with 6 Canadian universities and their investigators, as well as proof of concepts with 2 tech startups, including the world's first in-space demonstration of two-way holoportation, a mixed reality app for special lenses that receives two-way 3D projections as a hologram to communicate between users remotely. He plans to conduct Earth observation activities in partnership with the Royal Canadian Geographical Society and Western University. In addition to human research, Pathy plans to lead Earth observation activities, which will contribute to further analysis of the impact of climate change, urbanization, and other factors on the ecology and human habitation of North America. This is led by Western University as well as the Royal Canadian Geographical Society, RCGS. He is taking part in a program by RCGS that is intended to engage national and international audiences in addressing the environmental health and sustainability of the Great Lakes and their ecosystem, promoting conservation, restoration, protection, and reconciliation with the water, the land, and the indigenous peoples of the watershed. Paddy has also integrated additional educational initiatives into his AX1 activities, providing STEM curriculum to more than a dozen high schools across Canada. Lastly, there is Eitan Stib, a X1 mission specialist, social impact investor, and Israeli philanthropist, on behalf of the Ramon Foundation, and in collaboration with the Israel Space Agency in the Israeli Ministry of Innovation, Science, and Technology. His mission is named Rakia, after the dome, atmosphere, created by God on the second day after the firmament, which protects life on Earth. During his mission, he will facilitate scientific experiments and will conduct educational and artistic activities to connect the younger generation in Israel and around the globe on the values of peace, innovation, and social responsibility. For the first time, an astronaut will represent Israelis on the International Space Station in Hebrew. The Rakia mission marks another milestone in the participation of Israel in human space exploration. Conclusion. While the International Space Station has provided great value over the last few decades, it cannot last forever. Companies such as Axiom Space are working to build a future commercial space station and provide access to the unique space environment. Before they can do this, Axiom along with SpaceX and NASA are working to fly history's first private ISS mission. On this mission, 4 humans will fly to the ISS on Dragon and spend multiple days in the laboratory. Here they will conduct a large list of important science. We will have to wait and see the research that develops and its impact on the space industry and Earth. Thank you very much for watching.